All right, first up this morning, another fun event canceled. Bummer, right? But wait, this tradition in downtown Milwaukee that's now almost 30 years old is putting together a fun substitute.
All right, Jazz in the Park, like so many other summer music gatherings, is silenced due to COVID, but you can still hear great music. So Emily McElwee is the executive director at Easttown Association. She's here to tell us about the return of the Thursday night concerts with a twist. Good morning to you, Emily.
Hey, Emily.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You know, everybody's missing all of our live music, and Jazz in the Park is such a staple downtown that people gather for all, and we wait for almost all year round. So talk a little bit about, how it's contributed in general just to the city of Milwaukee over the years, because I feel like it's really a part of the community.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, so I've been working for this organization for a little over 10 years. And in the time that I've worked here, it's just been really remarkable to see how many apartments in the area and businesses kind of mention that they're right next to Jazz in the Park, how we draw people from all over the city for a really diverse event. And we're really an anchor of what happens in Cathedral Square Park. And I think that people miss it quite a bit.
I think so too, Emily. And I have such an affinity for the East Side. It will always be my first love. I lived there when I was new to Milwaukee, in town. I love everything you do there. And I wonder too, when I think about the Easttown Association, which you're affiliated with, which came first? This is a chicken and egg question. Was it Jazz in the Park or was it Easttown?
Yeah, so Easttown Association came first, and we produce Jazz in the Park. We're closely affiliated. We are Easttown Jazz in the Park, same office. And so we started Jazz in the Park specifically to bring the community together around this space at the turn of the 80s into the 90s, because there was not as much going on here then as there is now. It was a totally different environment. So Jazz in the Park is a product of Easttown Association, and our organization is having a hard time without our events. So we're hoping that through Jazz in the Park virtual, people will donate to help support us to allow us to keep doing that great work into next year.
So true. Are you sitting at a picnic table down in the park right now?
Yeah, I'm in Cathedral Square. I thought where else better to do a Zoom morning lunch?
Cute.
Yeah, I see the church behind you and the big skyscraper behind. Pretty cool. I'm so glad you're there. The event for summer,
that's the beautiful 777.
Yeah, I can see it right behind you. Here's the thing. The event-free summer, like you said, is so hard. I think on the association, it's hard on people. It's hard on everything. So how are you turning this into something that we can take part in? How is it going to change for Jazz in the Park?
Absolutely. Well, the biggest thing is that you have to tune in at home. So set up a picnic and grab your own bottle of wine. You don't have to buy it from us this year. And maybe get a projector, your small group, your pod, your quarantine. And watch on Facebook Live. You just tune in on the Jazz in the Park Facebook page. And the nice thing too is that there's a lot of other stuff going on in the city, as we know, on Thursday night. And so our live event will be broadcast from 6:30 to 8:30, but it will stay on our Facebook page. So if you want to watch Friday night or Saturday, put it on in the background of whatever else you're doing. You can listen any way you want to. And we have some really awesome music coming your way.
I know you do, and we're going to talk about it and hear a performance too, which is exciting. I love seeing you outside, as Tiff mentioned. I'm bummed that you don't have the setup behind you that we're used to seeing. We're looking at pictures.
I know, no stage.
Yeah, we're looking at pictures of crowds and musicians and people dancing and picnics and kids enjoying it. So I appreciate the positivity that you have, and I think it's important for us to note that while we can listen online and enjoy this free of charge, it's also so key to support with donations. So what is the best way for people to do that?
We tried to keep it easy by putting everything right on the Facebook event page. So in the information section, there's a donate button and a link to the PayPal site, and those donations go directly to us.
Okay. So who are the upcoming shows? Because you've got one on the 20th and 27th. Lay it out for us.
Yeah, so tomorrow night we've got Lockjaw, which is an awesome act. And then we also have 4 kind of Milwaukee, honestly, they're like legendary Milwaukee jazz musicians featuring Monty Ellis, Jamie Brevik, Luis Diaz, and Tody Ramos. They've all graced our actual stage in the past. And then next week we have Cigarette Break performing on the 27th.
That is so great. It was so wonderful to see you, Emily. We're going to share a bunch of details. We're going to thank a sponsor. We're going to have a live performance. It was great to see you. Thanks for being so optimistic in light of everything that's happening. It was wonderful to speak with you this morning.
Thank you
Emily.
very much. Tune in.
Okay, sounds good. Here are the details. We're going to share that in just a second for the virtual Jazz in the Park, but we have to give a shout out to Spancrete. They sponsor a weekly live stream for ACA Entertainment and have generously transferred the sponsorship for 2 weeks over to Jazz in the Park. Spancrete is headquartered in Waukesha. They make precast concrete products as well as machinery. Look at all that beautiful work they do. They do everything from residential to industrial with projects such as Fiserv Forum. We're all familiar with that. So we want to say a huge thank you to Spancrete.
Absolutely. Thank you. And Jazz in the Park virtual concerts are happening this week and next. So this Thursday, August 20th, as Emily said, it's Lockjaw featuring other great Milwaukee jazz dignitaries. And then next Thursday on August 27th, it's with Cigarette Break. And you can stream the concerts live from Easttown and Jazz in the Park Facebook pages as well. So now here's Lockjaw featuring Tody Ramos and Luis Diaz performing Midnight Mambo.